Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the distinguished lady from Texas for yielding. Mr. Speaker, I rise today as the author of House Resolution 1027 to ask members to join together to celebrate one of the most historic scientific achievements in our nation's history, and certainly one of the most daringly courageous feats of exploration in all of human history. 50 years ago, on January 23, 1960, the United States Navy submersible Trieste, piloted by U.S. Navy Captain Don Walsh and by Swiss engineer Jacques Piccard, dove 36,000 feet to the bottom of the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, the deepest known part of our world's ocean. The Trieste dive, a manned descent into the Challenger Deep, has never been repeated, and on only 2 occasions has an unmanned vehicle penetrated into this abyss during the last 50 years. Just think about that. Over the last 50 years, responding to President Kennedy's challenge to put men on the moon, 12 Americans made that incredible journey, reached that destination, and put foot on the lunar surface. We have sent satellite messengers out beyond our solar system to send back word of what is there. We have established a permanent manned presence in space stations circling the Earth. We have placed remarkable robotic vehicles on our neighbor planet Mars, exceeding all expectation, and for years exploring that far-off world. Yet throughout this period of outer space exploration, the 80% of our world covered by the oceans, our inner space, remains virtually unknown and unseen by human beings. Our nation has stopped in its track to witness the brave exploits of its outer space explorers and lauded them as heroes. Yet, Captain Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard and the team of the U.S. naval personnel who made the Trieste dive possible are virtually forgotten. H.R. 1027 aims to correct that. This resolution, commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Trieste dive, is meant to shine a light on what these brave men and their support team accomplished. This resolution is meant to inspire us with the example of Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard and reinvigorate the commitment of our nation and this Congress to unlocking the secrets of the oceans of this earth, of which we know so little. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Piccard passed away in 2008. But Don Walsh is still alive, and he remains in every way an adventurer. Next month, in a series of events, we'll honor Mr. Walsh and the memory of Mr. Piccard here in Washington. There will be a dinner at the National Geographic Society, a reception at the Smithsonian, and press tours of the Trieste herself, which is housed just down the street from the Capitol at the U.S. Navy Yards. These events were scheduled for April, not January, because Don Walsh is only just returned home from working and exploring in Antarctica. I encourage my fellow members of the House to add to the honors that will be accorded Captain Don Walsh next month by passage of House Resolution 1027. I also want to thank my colleagues, Ms. Bordalio and Mr. Farr, for their co-sponsorship of this resolution. Even more, I want to recognize their continuing leadership in the protection of our oceans and the advancement of the scientific understanding of our marine environment. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I would like to call attention to the newly designated Marianas Trench National Monument. This monument contains not only the Mariana Trench where the Trieste descended, but also 3 islands in my district, Urocas, Asuncion, and Fajaron de Pájaro, as well as a multitude of undersea volcanoes, upwellings of liquid carbon dioxide, and other features believed unique in all the world. The people of the Northern Mariana Islands are proud of this environmental treasure and committed to its protection so that it may be a source of wonder to those who visit and of knowledge to those who come there to explore and discover, as Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard did 50 years ago. And I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the remainder of my time.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Point of inquiry to my colleague from Texas. Do you have any more speakers on your side, ma'am? I don't believe I have any other on my side, so I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from Texas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and let me express my appreciation to all the staff as well as the members who brought this forth. I recommend that we support this resolution and pass it, and I also further request the yeas and nays. I yield back to Balance.
Gentlewoman yields back. All time has expired. The question is, will the House suspend the rules and agree to House Resolution 1027? Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended.
Mr.
Gentlewoman
Speaker,
from Texas.
I would like to request the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays are requested. All those in favor of taking this vote by the yeas and nays will rise and remain standing until counted. A sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20 and the Chair's prior announcement, further proceedings on this motion will be postponed.